snakes and adders. This is the final instalment of our stress in reptiles. Um, we're going to discuss human error today. We've covered environmental stress, we've covered social stress. So human error, we could have got a Viv with all of our control equipment, UV lights, the works, and on paper it should work great. So why doesn't it? Or what are we doing that potentially is trying to undo all this hard work that the equipment is trying to put right? Simple answer is Viv placement is one example. You're going to put it in a conservatory, which people do. You know, you might scoff at this, but we've had people come in and tell us, oh yeah, it's in the conservatory. So it's either an oven during the day or it's freezing cold at night. You've got only so much that a thermostat can do, you know, and the gradients that we recommend, whether that be 30 to 24 for a corn, 45 to 26 for a beardie, you know, sort of 18 to 26 for a crested gecko, but then you're going to put it in a situation where it's zero shelter, whether that be from the hot or from the cold. So yeah, conservatories are a no-no. Are we going to put it in a room that receives loads of direct sunlight? So a south-facing room, bear in mind we're in the UK where we make these videos, so we're going to put it in a south-facing room, red hot summer's day. There's only so much the thermostats can do again. We all know how warm our rooms can get as the sun tracks round. And then we've got the window panes of our Viv looking at that light. The heat gets trapped inside. I've heard people say, oh well yeah, they get the direct sunlight, beneficial natural sunlight. But it would be, but glass filters UV. So actually all they're receiving is the thermal effects, nothing else really. And to that end, we have the risk of creating heat exhaustion, making your animals too hot. Another factor would be putting animals that are prone to stress, which all reptiles have the potential to be, but you know, you need to pay particular care when you're doing your research. Put them in a high traffic area. Let's put them in a landing where people are walking around to and forwards all day. We're going to put them in a kitchen where people are in and out all day. We're going to sit them on a worktop where there's a washing machine spinning a 6 kilo load at 1200 RPM underneath them with all the vibrations, bangs and clatters. It's these sorts of things where just the application of common sense. Getting a vivarium with all your control equipment and everything to keep your tank right, and then sitting it in front of a radiator, which comes on twice a day and warms the room up. Well, now you've just put a heat source across the whole of the back of the tank. Where's its gradient? Yeah, the stat might turn up, but there isn't a hot or a cold end anymore, you know? Other things would be the free roaming of reptiles. It's something I've never quite wrapped my head around. I'm going to take a lizard from the Amazon, such as a green iguana, which we've already discussed with environmental stress. Their immune system is directly correlated to their body temperature. Immunoresponse is connected to that, and they need to be within their recommended thermal gradient. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, I'm going to leave the door of the Viv open, let the Iggy out, and it can walk around the house for 6 hours. So a cold-blooded reptile from the Amazon walking around a Sheffield living room. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it? It's stuff like this where it doesn't make any sense. But Bosque monitor is another one. You know, something that basks at close to 50 degrees Celsius. Oh yeah. Just have a walk around on me drafty living room floor, it'll be fine. Hey, I'm going out for the day, I'll just find him from underneath the sofa when I get back and put him back. Makes no sense. You're leaving your animal open to all sorts of and well, it's an environmental stressor at that point because the temperatures are wrong. Immunosuppression, immunoresponse. I mean, yeah, for a short period of time, if you want to get your animal out and exercise it, there's nothing wrong with that. Bosque monitors are prone to becoming portly and round in the belly, just like me. And without exercise, you know, that can become an issue. But you've also got to be mindful of the fact that these animals essentially are solar charged, solar powered, and that power diminishes over time. And we don't want them to get to the point where they've cooled down and then they're immobile and they basically shut down, fall asleep underneath the sofa or underneath the chair. The application of common sense seems to be sometimes what's missing when it comes to us considering the stress in reptiles and the effect that the human choices that we make have on them. We are responsible for everything, and as discussed before, we play God. So if we have got the choices to make, that's equally important we don't make the wrong choice as much as we make the right choices. And even though we can have all of the equipment ticked, we ticked every box, then if we put it in a conservatory, put it in a utility room on top of a washing machine, sit it next to a massive bass bin in your bedroom while you've got your drum and bass and all the rest of it going, these are environmental stresses. Your animal may go off food, may become aggressive, may become stressed because there is a human error fault. You may have ticked every box. I just simply don't understand it. Right, well, what do you do with your animal then? Oh, well, I let it run around the house for 6 hours a day. And then I'm a DJ, so yeah, I've got it sat on top of me Carlsberg power amp speakers and all the rest of it. 1,000 watts of bass going through them. They're in direct sunlight. They're just in front of the radiator. Right, okay, maybe that might be worth looking at, you know. All of this stuff, all of the stress videos, they're common sense, and the application of common sense is all important. I really hope you've enjoyed the videos. I know it seems odd, or you might feel like, oh, what's he telling us all this for? But as a professional reptile shop owner, both me and Paul will attest to the amount of stupid shit that we get told about. And we have to, you feel like laughing, but you also feel like punching people in the face. That they would do that to their animal. And the fact that there hasn't been that thought process of why I shouldn't do that. It seems as if, oh, it'll be right, just put it there, don't worry about it. Like there's just no thought, zero thought gone into it. Go back through the videos, check the points. I'm sure there'll be things that you can find that you can apply to your own care. I hope they've been useful. What these videos are, they're not us trying to sell something, we're just trying to help, trying to limit the amount of occasions where stress and stressors can upset your animals. I really hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be continuing with the videos, particularly the introducing series. There's no doubt going to be other health issues that crop up that we think of doing. We're always open to suggestions as well. If it's for species specifics, they will go in order. So we've only just finished, or just about to finish, the introducing series for beginner snakes, and we're about to embark on beginner lizards. So, but yeah, we're here. We're trying to help. Thanks for the support. Visit the website, which is www.snakesandadders.co.uk, to see what we're all about. Cheers.